should be starting soon. Let's see if I can give them a little music. If I can give y'all a little music, I will. Plus, I'm not ready to really start right now, but I thank you for joining the chat. Let me sign in to the YouTube channel. I need y'all. I need you. I need y'all. I need y'all. Y'all is the most high. I don't know why this won't stay. Let me see if I can get it right here. I need you. Alright. Alright, the chat is up. So now we can chat for all those that would like to chat. We have a live chat on YouTube. All you have to do is go up and follow the link. I want to thank everyone for joining me. Let me turn this off. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for joining me today. I truly do. I do. I want to thank you because, you know, you're a blessing to me. When I say you're a blessing to me, I'm talking about my people. That's all I really associate with. I do business with other people, but when we talk about association, I associate with my people. I'm sorry. I'm born and raised in Chicago. I'm old school, so I come up during a time where we really did not lay or hang out with the enemy. See, a lot of us has forgot who the enemy is. Now that don't mean that we don't have enemies in our own family, because we do. Here, let me start this up over here. I'm sorry, y'all do forgive me. There we go. Peace and love once again. As I said, it don't mean that we don't have enemies within our own household, because we do. A lot of our enemies that's within our own household has become our enemy for the simple fact that, number one, they have chosen to take upon themselves the ways of the enemy. You know, we always talking about God and everything, this and that. And I don't mind us talking about God because I love God. You know, when I say I love God, what I mean, right? Listen to me closely now. I'm going to be throwing some wisdom out there. I just hope y'all grab a hold of it. You know, it ain't for everybody. It's only for those who have ears to hear. So if you have ears to hear, you'll hear what I'm about to say. When I say gods, there's two gods. There's many gods, but there's two gods that I usually speak of. I speak of the God of this world, which comes in the nature of a European. And I speak of the God of the heavens, as you would call it, um, the higher heavens. Now, understand when I say higher heavens, I'm talking about a higher conscience than the God of this world. See, some of us belong to the true God, creator of all. There's only one main creator, the creator of all. You know, I mean, we're all creators because we come from a creator, and everything that's in that creator is in us. So we're all gods, all of us, each and every one of us. It's just the point of which God do you choose? Do you choose the God of above, the God of love, the God of peace, or do you choose the God of hate, the God of disorder? I'm just asking. I don't know. You know. You know, we're always talking about don't follow God. We say follow yourself, but you yourself don't know nothing. You who think you are wise know nothing. You're really foolish. You're wise to the things of this world, but you're foolish to the things of life. Now, if you're living just for this world, that's fine because you're only going to live in this world a short time. Your lifespan is only 120, and most of us don't make that. You know, so understand that. But what about life after you leave this world? What about life after you give up that house that you live in and go to get you a new house? Have you thought about what type of house you want? I want a mansion. I want a mansion. And in my father's house are many mansions. And if it was not so, then I wouldn't tell you that. A mansion is a person who is living in their highest being, their highest self. That's your mansion. See, I don't want to take you into a fantasy world. I want you to stay into your world because I want you to see where you at so you can rise to your higher self. Right now, each and every one of you that's under the sound of my voice, and I say this in love, don't take it in offense. Each and every one of you are of the devil, your father. And I say that in love. You know, I want to thank you for joining us, each and every one. And I do want to throw out some likes because I do like it when you join me. I like it more when you feed me. Feed me is when you comment back and you ask your stupid questions. I call them stupid because that's what they are. Because they're not questions to try to bring you to your highest. They're questions to try to defeat what I say. But I'm not here to argue with you. I want to talk to you about who you are. Did you know that you were gods? Seriously, did you know that you were supreme beings? You know who I'm talking to. You know. I'm not talking to all of y'all. All of y'all are not supreme beings. Some of y'all are fallen beings. You're falling by the wayside. You're falling into evil and I can go on into murder and disruption and disbelief of truth, disbelief of the realness. Let me close some of these things on my computer here. So I got a couple of platforms going right now. I'm here on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I try to get as many places as possible because all I want to do is just reason with my people. I want to know how come we as a people, and I want you to think about this. How come we follow everyone and everything, but we won't follow the true way? There's only one true way. I think I read somewhere where it said Yahshua was the light of that way, saying Yahshua was the true way. You know, a lot of people say, well, Yahshua ain't real. Yes, he is. Yahshua is you, if you choose to be. Yahshua is a son of God. So if you choose to be a son of God, there's nothing wrong with that. But understand that in choosing that, there's a requirement. There's a requirement that comes along with that. Did you know that? Did you know that there was a requirement to be a child of God? There's no requirement to be the devil. Anybody can join that organization. All you got to do is just think like the world. That organization is always open for members. It's got many, many, many members. But the organization I belong to have very few members. And the reason is because it's hard. Do you know how hard it is to live in a world? Listen to me now. To live in a world that is full of evil. Do you know how hard it is to live in a world like that? To live in a world that you're not a part of. To live in a world that when you look around, all you see is evil, no matter where you look. I looked in all the world to find one that was righteous, and I couldn't find one. I couldn't find one. I understood what the Most High meant when he said that. Because I looked, and I couldn't find one, including myself. Including myself. I'm not here to praise me. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hey, please hit that heart button for me, please. I be forgetting to ask y'all to hit that heart button. They tell me all the time I need to get more hearts because I never really ask. I'm not here to ask you for anything. I'm here to try to reason with you and give you all that I have. All that I have is love. I want to give you love. I want you to learn how to love me, and I want to learn how to love you. Does that make sense? Is that wrong? Now, they say it's hard, but I believe love is easy, and I say that because I live in love. I walk in love. I practice love daily. I won't let nothing in my house that does not come in love. I won't let nothing in my life that does not bring love. See, the only thing that makes love so hard is because it's not seen. We tell our children all the time that they should love. Do we not? Come on now. Do we not tell our children that they should love? Thank you for the hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If I'm saying what agrees with you, then yes, put the hearts up there. If you don't agree, then don't put it up there. You know. But if you agree with what I'm saying, then yes, share them hearts. You know. I, I want us to come into an agreement, because if we're not in agreement, we can't walk together. Thank you so much. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose. Thank you so much. You are a blessing to me. See, I always forget to ask for the roses and stuff. Because I'm not here for that. I'm here to connect. I'm here to connect with like-minded people. I'm not here to argue. I will debate with you, but I'm not gonna argue with you to where we get to calling each other names and getting out of, out of, out of place. If I call you a name, I'm calling myself a name. If I look down on you, I'm looking down on myself, because you are me. You truly are. We're one. Whether you realize that or not, we're one. And let me tell you why I say that. The same spirit that's in you is in me. That very same spirit, that spirit that woke you up this morning, that spirit that gave you life, that very spirit that's in you, that's breathing right now, that talks to you, the spirit that allows you to see, to hear, to smell, to taste, to feel, that same spirit that's in you that allows you to do all that, is the same spirit in me. That's what makes us one. The only thing that divides us is us. It's us. See, I come from old school. Old school, we was taught a little bit different than y'all were today. And I'm not saying that we were perfect in our ways, because if we had been perfect in our ways, y'all would be perfect today. So couldn't have been perfect. We made many mistakes, just as we make mistakes today. But when I look back and see all the mistakes we made, the only mistake that we truly made, listen to me now, if I'm wrong, let me know. But if I'm right, give me some hearts. The only mistake we made was dividing ourselves, separating ourselves one from another, putting ourselves above each other, looking at each other as we're better than one another. We separated ourselves, and when we separated ourselves, we allowed the enemy to come in. Let me show you the difference between then and now. Let's talk about the 50s and the 60s compared to the the, the 20s. Let's talk about the 19s compared to the 20s. When I was coming up, there were certain people that did not come to your house. They were not allowed in your house. No, they wasn't. I remember when the insurance man and stuff used to come to our house. He had to stay outside. He wasn't allowed to come in. He wasn't black. And he wasn't from the community. We didn't know him. If we didn't know you, you didn't come into the house. Just anybody did not come into the house. And if you wasn't if you wasn't of our nationality, if you wasn't of us, you'd be glad if you could make it to the door. See, when I was coming up, we didn't go in other communities and come in ours. We had our own communities. You know what else we had? We had carpenters, electricians, plumbers. We had gardeners, farmers. We had great farmers. We had everything that we needed. Everything. We didn't need for nothing, because we depended on one another. We were connected to one another. I watched that fade away. watched that connection. I watched that love. We had love one for another. We truly enjoyed one another. We had feasts and stuff like that on the weekends when the people wasn't working. We had times, and no one needed for anything, because we was always helping one another. Oh, y'all can't believe that, can you? But that's true. I know because I lived during that time. Just like I'm living now during your time. It ain't changed. I watched the change. I watch it get worse and worse and worse. I watch us as a dark skinned race of people become disorientated. I watch us stop having love for one another, stop caring for one another, stop looking out for one another. I watched us stop teaching our children and start letting others teach our children. I watched our children change. I watch our children leave us, lose respect for us, lose trust in us. I watched our children lose us. Our children don't know us today, and we don't know our children. Instead of us trying to get to know our children, we want to rule over our children. But now check this out. How we gonna rule over our children when we can't even rule over ourselves? Hmm? Don't stop giving me them hearts. Am I saying something wrong? I'm when I say us, I say us all the time because I'm speaking about the majority of us. So I speak about us as a whole because I'm no better than you. Listen, I used to chase that world. I used to be of that world. I'm born and raised in Chicago. I come up chasing that world. That world is evil, though. Do you know all the things that I had was done to me? All the things all the hurt that I received, and that world is evil. Don't let nobody fool you. There's no peace in the world, and you know that. I don't want to talk about no football game. I don't want to talk about no basketball game. I don't want to talk about no actors. Why is it that we, since I spoke of actors, why is it that we look up to our actors? Why we put our trust in them? Most of us know them because they come from the hood. They come from our hood, so we know them. Why? Because they done made a few $1 million. Now all of a sudden they somebody for us to look up to. Shoot, a fool can make $1 million, but that don't make him intelligent because he just made $1 million. It just means that he lucked up and came into a way to make a million. He's still a fool. Money don't change you or make you intelligent because you got money. Grand rising to you, Anthony. Money don't change you. Money makes you worse than what you were. You know when that old saying that said that the love of money is the root of all evil. How many of you believe that? Uncle Buck, what's up, Uncle Buck? Peace and blessing. Let me say peace and blessing. Uncle Buck, is good to see him up in here. I ain't talked to him in a while. You know what I'm saying? But money don't. Money is what makes us kill and steal from one another. I'm sorry, Uncle Buck. I was typing pretty fast there, so I kind of spaced that LE, you know. But it's good to see you, my brother. I'm sorry. That's in the YouTube channel, Uncle Buck. It's a game on GTA. He's old school, but he's the game on GTA. You know, pretty good at it. He likes building, not just GTA. He plays a lot of them games. You know, very good man. You know, he imitates this one guy. I'm trying to think of all of them. Imitates him real good. Oh, the gangster and God, it was right on the tip of my tongue too. Oh, it'll come to me. But you know, I just want to thank you all for joining me, and I want you to think about the things I'm saying to you, because, like I say, I'm not here to preach to you. I'm not here to teach you. I'm here to reason with you. I don't need to teach you anything, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because everything that you need is in you. It's in you. Every single thing that you need is already in you. Trust me. All you need to do is go into solitude, go into your secret place, and spend time with self. When you spend time with self, you will find out that good is all in you. You know, you will find out that the evil you do it because I don't know why this popped up, but you will find out that the evil you do it for the simple fact that number one, you were taught it. It's, it wasn't in you when you was created. You was created perfect. You was created in perfect love. But born into a evil, sinful world, you was taught evil from the day you was born. And now you have become the evil that you was taught. So I want to bring us back to the love that we once had. The love of God. I say the love of God because the love of God is a love that is pure. It's a love that is true. It's a love that is holy. A love that's faithful. A love that's trustworthy. I'm talking about a divine love. And many of you don't know what that is because you have never tasted that love. But once you taste that love, you'll never want to come back to the love of this world. Look, I've been in the love of this world, and you can have it. Truly, I don't like this world. This world is not my world. I don't belong to this world. I'm just in this world. I'm only in this world until my people come together like they're supposed to. Once we unite, you're going to see great and mighty things happening. But we have to unite first. And we can't unite thinking like this world. We can't unite coming together, being and acting like this world. We got to stop the hating on one another. I know you may find that hard to do, but you got to find it in yourself. To not find fault with your brother. To realize that killing your brother or doing wrong to your sister or anything like that is doing wrong to you. It's killing you. You got to remember that we're connected and that we need one another. Let me tell you something. If we look at ourselves as a body, as one body, many members, but we're just one body. Don't you know that if you cut off the hand, part of the body is missing? It's not as strong as it's supposed to be. So it's not about us cutting one another off. It's about us connecting one another back together again. I want to take them dry bones that's in that valley, because many of us are in that valley of dry bones. And I want to speak life into them dry bones, to where they come back together again and they unite again and they become strong. That's us. We're them dry bones because we won't reach out to one another. We so busy chasing after the money in the world that we can't even see one another. We put money over everything, including our own. When has money become so powerful that it become more powerful than the man who made it? But that's how powerful money has become. That's how powerful the lust of money has become. Jay-Z and all them, you can say what you want about them. They just a man. They have no